The most amazing announcement of our lifetimes just happened, and no one is talking about it. This technological breakthrough that will bring humanity to the stars and beyond has flown under the radar for a number of reasons. It isn't particularly flashy news on the surface of it, but the ramifications of this successful test will change life on this planet as we know it. It's godlike power, and I do not say that lightly. On December 5th, 2022, scientists in Los Angeles were able to produce an energy reaction which produced 3 megajoules of energy from 2.05 megajoules of energy. 192 giant lasers were focused on a diamond with hydrogen inside, which was about the size of a pencil eraser. What does this mean? Free energy. Even beyond that, energy is actually gained in the process at a factor of 1.5. Imagine if you had a machine where you placed a $10 bill into it, and out came a 10 and a 5 after you pushed a button. Think of the possibilities of that. And even better news, the process is completely safe and environmentally friendly. Unlike current nuclear power plants, there is no dangerous radioactive waste from this process. There is no threat of the facility exploding like Fukushima and poisoning the local area. It won't produce barrels of waste that need to be monitored and treated for generations. It's just clean, free energy. Gone will be the need for hydroelectric dams and their impact on local wildlife. Gone will be the ineffective windmills and their dependence on wind. Solar panels with their dependence on the weather will be completely obsolete. This will even get rid of the need for gasoline or coal. It will actually be viable to run trains and ships long distance without diesel. Fusion technology should be scalable and eventually fit inside all vehicles, allowing them to run indefinitely. Remember, this isn't a dangerous nuclear reaction. It's extremely clean and safe. Now, it's still in its infancy. It might take a decade, maybe even 4 decades to become commonplace, but it's still incredible news for humanity. You might be thinking, so what? I save a couple $100 off my electric bill, and maybe my car will run for free. How does that change the world? Let me explain. You may have noticed from recent fuel prices that everything in the economy is energy based. When the price of gas rises a few dollars, the price of everything else soars as well. Imagine you own a factory and are producing laptops. Well, there is a hefty cost in electricity to run that factory. When Fusion is deployed in your factory's area, you can instantly write that off. But a major expense is also the trucks delivering your parts and taking the product to the store. So now that is free. And it compounds because the person making your computer chips is experiencing the same drop in cost. So now your laptop parts are cheaper. And beneath him, the guy mining the gold, silicon, and silver are experiencing the same drop as well. This means the cost of making phones, shoes, food, cars, medical equipment, and houses will all come crashing down. And the best part is that the workers and owners will still be able to keep their current paychecks. The energy used to make these things will be totally free. It's actually beyond free in a sense. The process produces energy out of nothing. That is why at the start I said it was godlike. I can hear some of the cynics in the audience assuming that greedy capitalists will never drop the prices of their goods. They rule with an iron fist, right? I can assure you that this isn't the case, and that they will respond with lower prices because to not do so would bankrupt them. Let me lay out a hypothetical scenario. Let's say that Chicago and Denver are 2 of the first cities to create fusion plants in their area and offer free electricity to all residents and businesses. While the Kraft and Pepsi plants in those cities would begin to pummel their competition. All Pepsi would have to do is lower their price per bottle $1 or so. Is there really that big of a difference between a Sprite and a 7-Up? Do we even know which one is made by Coca-Cola and which one is Pepsi? You see how this would be a devastating blow for any company without access to the fusion plant. They would have to build factories in those cities, or more likely, lobby Congress and local governments to build fusion plants in their areas immediately. This is what is called disruptive technology. It will destroy many companies and industries as it gets implemented. In my hypothetical scenario, A large company like Coca-Cola has the reserves and political influence to survive. But what about the little guy? What if I live 2 hours outside of Chicago and am in competition with a furniture maker in the city getting free electricity? A lot of businesses like that will be destroyed in the coming decades. Gas stations and oil rig jobs will vanish. But this technology will build new opportunities for them to be employed. Overall, this is amazing news. The ability to run vehicles without the need or cost of fuel will save countless lives. Food and medicine will be much more available. And this is the type of technology that can take us to Mars and beyond. The feasibility of colonizing the moon or other planets has just been announced. It's an incredible world.